The next morning, Cat decided to look into things a bit more. He knew that a simple ambush wasn't going to be enough to catch the invisible kidnapper. He knew he had to look for other clues and examine the disappearance sites in more detail. The Cat went to the city library where he could explore the fascinating old archives and books on local legends and mysteries. Maybe there had been similar things happening in the past. If so, the archives might be able to help him find the answers he was looking for. As he flipped through old newspapers and books, Cat came across an article from over a century ago. It told the story of a mysterious creature that could become invisible and steal things. The locals had a name for it, the Night Snatcher, but sadly, there wasn't any specific information about its origin or nature that could be found.
Oh, it looks like this problem has been around for a while.
Cat thought with a smile.
We still have so much to learn about the Night Snatcher.
The Cat returned to Meow Street and thought it would be a great idea to take a quick poll among the residents. Maybe someone saw or heard something strange the last few nights. He popped by to see Mrs. Fluffy, an old deer who lived on the same street. She was always so observant and knew everything that was going on in the neighborhood.
Mrs. Fluffy, my dear friend, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary the last few nights?
The Cat asked, listening carefully to her answer.
Oh dear, indeed, there has been something rather strange.
She began, her eyes twinkling with amusement.
One night, I woke up to the strangest sound. It was as if a wind had passed through the room, but the windows were closed. And the next morning, I couldn't find my glasses.
The Cat listened carefully to Mrs. Fluffy and asked a few more questions to make sure he understood everything. Her story confirmed his theory. The Night Snatcher doesn't just steal things, he uses some kind of magic or technology to become invisible. It was so interesting to learn more about what he was up to. Back home, Cat decided to conduct an experiment. He got together a few different items and placed them all over the room. He then set up special traps with ultraviolet light, hoping that they would be able to detect the invisible intruder. As night fell, our little friend the Cat took his place in the ambush. The clock struck 2 and the room fell into complete silence. A few minutes passed and Cat felt a slight movement of air again. His ultraviolet traps had triggered, and in the soft glow of the light, Cat saw the silhouette of an invisible creature.
Gotcha,
he said with a warm smile. Cat whispered and rushed forward, ready to help. But the creature was faster. Poor thing. Oh, it got away. It slipped out of the trap and headed for the exit. The Cat gave chase, but the invisible man was just too quick on his feet. It vanished around the corner, leaving Cat a little confused.
Oh my, it looks like this creature really is real.
Cat said,
I'm so happy to know for sure that it exists and that it can be caught.
The Cat returned home and began to think about what he had seen. He realized that the Night Snatcher was not only invisible, but also had incredible speed and agility. This meant that catching him would require even more cunning and ingenuity, but that was okay.
I'll find a way to catch you,
Cat said with a warm smile.
I've solved more mysteries than this one, but I'm sure I can figure this one out too.
The next night, the Cat came up with a new plan. He set more traps and made sure the guards were extra vigilant, but this time he also prepared something special, an anti-invisible camera based on ancient blueprints from the archives. When night came, the Cat took his seat again. It was almost 2 o'clock and he was ready for anything. As soon as the clock struck 2, Cat felt the air move again. He turned on his anti-invisible camera, and lo and behold, the outline of the creature appeared on the screen.
I can handle this one too, don't worry,
Cat said with a smile. He followed the camera, ready to help the creature find its way.
You won't get away from me now.
The creature quickly made its way towards the exit, but this time, Cat was ready for it. The traps were a success. Night Snatcher found himself surrounded. The Cat stepped closer and was finally able to see his enemy. A strange cat, clad in an invisible cloak, stood before him.
Who are you?
Cat asked.
My name is Shadowy.
The cloaked cat replied with a warm smile.
I didn't mean any harm. I was just looking for lost items for my research.
The cat was amazed.
Research? Oh, what kind of research?
I'm researching the limits of invisibility.
Shadowcat explained with a warm smile.
My goal is to figure out how this amazing power can be used to benefit everyone in the city. I guess I've gone a bit too far.
The cat paused. Shadowpaw didn't seem upset or dangerous. He was just really enthusiastic about his science.
Maybe we should work together.
Cot suggested.
But first, let's return all the stolen items to their owners.